Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Donald, it's good to hear that Kiki was looking better last night. Kelly, do you have an inspection coming up soon? Or is it already done? Kelly is always having an inspection. Always. It's crazy. Texas. Hi, Bill. Guys, Bill's here. Please behave. For once. For once, please behave. Alright. Oh man, the flu is everywhere. Everywhere. I've never seen it like this before. The flu is everywhere. It's crazy. Alright, so hold on. I have to share my screen. I still don't have Judge Fleischer's done. It's still. Remember, we used to just put something in a floppy disk and then walk it over to the next computer and boom. No, now you have to put everything in the cloud. You have to wait for it to get to the cloud. Then you get to the other computer and you have to download it from the cloud. Well, Judge Fleischer every day is takes the longest because it's the biggest. Still not ready yet. But that's okay because I have other clips to play. This first clip is a sort of crystal ball. We're gonna keep an eye on this one, I hope. Because this one looks like it's gonna be very good. Let's listen.
25C0031, where the party is able to reach any sort of agreement in the breakout room.
Your Honor, unfortunately, no. We weren't able to reach an agreement, so I just request discovery be opened and give us some time to kind of flesh out some issues and come back with, I guess, Judge Washington.
Okay, and how much time are you asking for?
60 days should be great.
Okay. So for 60 days out, I'm scheduling April 24th. Does that work for both sides?
Okay. Watch his response, his facial expressions to her responses.
I would like a little bit more time getting things together, and because I'm not a lawyer and I have to do a lot of homework and stuff like that. And I also would like to ask the court if I could file a motion for dismissal.
You're welcome to file any motions that you find necessary. The court cannot give you any sort of legal advice.
And Your Honor, I have no objection. If the defendant wants to extend it out, that's fine with me.
Okay, so if we go out to a full 90 days, it's May 22nd. Is that acceptable?
One quick
It is to
second.
me.
Do you know what day that falls on?
It's going to be a Thursday at 2.
Okay, could we push it out to that following Monday?
No, it has to be a Thursday at 2.
Oh, a Thursday at 2.
He's
Okay.
laughing at her.
The following week?
Can you check May 29th? Attorney Johnson, any objection to May 29th?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
This looks like it's gonna be exceptional. So we have to get Judge Washington in 90 days.
Okay, at this time, the court will set a second pretrial conference date of May 29th, 2025. That will be at 2 in the afternoon over Zoom before Judge Washington. So that'll be a different Zoom ID. Discovery shall be permitted up until that date. You will get a pretrial order in the mail. Any documentation that you're submitting to the court should be sent in at least 14 days prior to the next court date. Any motions should be sent in at least 28 days before a trial date. Okay?
Oh, Maria, I finally got you out of
Perfect.
your pants.
Okay.
I've been
Thank
waiting
you.
so
Then
long.
you've got your next court date, May 29th, 2025, 2 p.m. This hearing is concluded and
so
you are both
much.
free to sign out of Zoom.
All right, May 29th. I'm putting this in my phone at 2 p.m. Judge Washington. Now it's in my phone, so I will definitely forget now. All right, who's going to be the next victim of the 14-day jail here? I just can't wait. When Fozzie turned to Sarah, that was epic. That was so funny. Okay, this judge usually stays chill. He's super nice. He's extra nice. And he's very annoyed this time. And it's I've never seen him this annoyed at one person before.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Were you in the courtroom when the video containing your rights was played?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand the rights and the penalties associated with misdemeanor crimes?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you have sufficient time to speak with your lawyer, Mr. Loomis?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're on record in 25 CR 02820. You were charged with the crime of simple battery. You were arrested for
home,
domestic
Kay.
battery, but the city chose to file a simple battery charge. This was alleged to have occurred on February 25th of this year in the area of 2707 South Virginia Street, the Peppermill Casino. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, I do.
How do you wish to plead?
We all got to go to the Peppermill someday. We just have to, because every day they have people that are trespassed from the Peppermill. It's every single day. We got to go there.
I really don't know how to plead to it.
Well,
But
you can either plead not guilty and set it for trial. Your attorney and you probably discussed that, and then would go into a bail hearing this morning, or you can plead no contest or guilty to it this morning. I'll canvass you to make sure you understand what that means. And then if I accept your plea, we'll set it over for sentencing in order to see if the alleged victim wishes to appear.
I just got word that my girlfriend she contacted the attorney saying that I missed the court hearing yesterday on purpose, whatever. And then there was some other charges, I guess, that or added or something, and she denied it herself, saying that this was the second time or second case or whatever like that. She said, no, this is not. It's nothing like that. So,
All right. So do you want to get yourself time by entering a not guilty plea and see how this works itself out?
no, well, actually, see, we're on our way to California.
Sir, I just need to know how you want to plea. I can't hear
No
your story
contact.
about where you're going or what's
Okay.
happening. I just need to know, how do you want to plead? Do you want to plead not guilty, buy yourself some time and figure it out and set it for trial? Or
No,
you
I-
plead no contest to it?
I'll plead no contest to it. I just our plan was just to get this over with and then move on.
Let me
So,
take you
no
through your
contest.
rights.
The Peppermill is a casino, and we should go there.
Let me take you through your rights. I understand you want to enter a no contest plea. First, I need you to understand that you're not required to enter a plea this morning to anything. Instead, this matter can be set for a speedy and public trial. Do you understand that? Yes?
I think so, yeah.
Well, a speedy and public trial is a trial within 60 days of today's arraignment date. Do you understand that?
Yeah, but I don't think I need to do that.
Sir, I need to take you through your rights that you're going to be waiving if you choose to enter a no contest plea. That's what I'm trying to do, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? You have to answer yes or no to my questions.
Yes.
Thank you. At that trial, you'd be entitled to be represented by an attorney. And if you could not afford one, I would appoint counsel to represent you at no cost. Do you understand that right?
Yes.
It would be the city's burden to prove each element of the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. That is the highest burden in the law. And if they were unable to meet that burden at that
3,000
trial,
miles.
you would be acquitted. That is found not guilty. Do you understand that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Also at that trial, you would be entitled to question the city's witnesses. It's your right of confrontation under the Sixth Amendment. You would also be entitled to call your own witnesses to the court and use the subpoena power of the court to compel their appearance, force them to appear and testify on your behalf. And finally, you would enjoy the right to remain silent at that trial. You could not be compelled to testify. And if you chose to remain silent, neither I nor any other judge would be able to hold that against you in any way. Do you understand those additional constitutional trial rights?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Do you understand that by entering your plea of no contest, you'll be waiving those rights, meaning there will be no trial and we'll proceed to sentencing?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
I want you to know that a no contest plea will have the same legal effect as a guilty plea, in that if I accept your plea, I will make a finding of guilt and this charge will be on your criminal record. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is anyone forcing you to enter this plea?
No, Your
Has
Honor.
anyone promised you anything in exchange for entering your plea?
No, Your Honor.
I want you to know that the judge, whether it's me or another judge, will listen to all sentencing recommendations from the attorneys, but we're not bound to those recommendations. We can, if we see fit, sentence up to the maximum possible penalty, which is up to 6 months in jail and up to $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Are you
that.
a current member or a veteran of the U.S. military?
No, I'm not.
This may or may not apply to you, but I announce it to everyone when on these types of charges. Misdemeanor convictions, including for battery, may have negative immigration consequences related to admissibility, adjustment of status, removal, and or denial of citizenship if you're not a U.S. citizen. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing all that, Mr. Meyerson, how do you wish to plead to the crime of simple battery alleged to have occurred on February 25th of this year?
I will plead no contest.
Mr. Loomis, factual basis?
Stipulate to a factual basis, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Meyerson, I find your plea to be knowing, voluntary, and intelligently entered. I will accept it, and I will find you guilty of that charge. Sentencing will be set from in video arraignments, just like we are now, Mr. Meyerson, where you'll be sentenced that morning. The victim has a right to be here. The city is required to notify that victim of the sentencing.
I'm very, very sick.
The victim is
No, I'm
not required to be here, however. They're entitled to be there if they choose to, but they're not required to be there. You will be sentenced Monday morning, one way or another, okay?
Okay, so I will get like a bail if
No, you'll be sentenced Monday morning.
and that I can't do nothing about it till then.
That's it. You're on a no bail hold pending that sentencing. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you going back to you. Peterson.
So we're going to go from one guy who can't reply correctly. You have to listen closely. This man actually does reply to every single one of her questions.
You were ordered to appear in court on April 16th.
And this lawyer is amazing. I just can't get over how amazing this lawyer is. He's blind. And I see him, walk to his seats, and he knows everything about each defendant. He speaks to them like one time before he gets there. He's just, I couldn't do it. I just can't believe how much he remembers without, because I need visuals. Like, I need, just to remember things about people in my bar. If I just had to remember by the voice, I'd be screwed. Definitely. And he remembers all the details.
2024 and failed to appear. A warrant was issued.
I think it's next month, Maiko. I'm not sure, but the new season of Daredevil comes out. Oh, I can't watch it or you guys won't get any videos, but I love Daredevil.
Issued. You were in custody August 16th, 2024. And were given a PR bond to return to court September 3rd, 2024. You failed to appear on that date, and another warrant was issued in the amount of $200 cash surety. According to the Vine report, you've been in custody on the Edgewater hold since February 25th. If you were to resolve your case today, you would be looking at 3 days credit for time served. I do see that out of Jefferson County, there's a misdemeanor case where you are on a, it looks like a $10,000 cash surety hold for a failure to appear. There also appears to be another case, I'm not sure where that is, where you're on a $50 cash bond.
Yeah.
So the offer that has been extended to you by the prosecutor is to plead guilty to the shoplifting charge, 45 days jail, 40 days suspended upon the condition that there be no further violations of any kind for the next year.
That's fine. I'll do that. Mr. Gatewood would like to take advantage of the offer of the plea bargain, Your Honor, and ask for credit for time served. Is there any way that you could tell that he could maybe get credit for the time back in, I think you said August, that he spent in custody?
We could talk about that after the plea. Mr. Gatewood, you would like to move forward with resolving your case by a plea agreement, is that correct? Do you understand that when you plead guilty, you're giving up your right to a trial?
Yeah.
Are you voluntarily accepting this plea agreement?
Yes.
Is there anyone forcing you into this agreement?
No.
Are you thinking clearly today?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any substance or prescription medication that would affect your ability to understand what you're agreeing to? Are you satisfied with the representation of Mr. Oldham?
Speak up, sir.
You would be pleading guilty to shoplifting in violation of Edgewater City Code 10-5-60, which is alleged to have occurred on March 21st, 2024. In your summons and complaint, it does not list an approximate location, but I'm going to look at the police report, and in the police report, it mentions that the location was 1725 Sheridan Boulevard. This is in the city of Edgewater. So do you understand what you were charged with?
Yes.
Mr. Oldham, do you waive the establishment of a factual basis for the plea?
We don't need to hear facts recited, Your Honor, so we would waive.
Mr. Gatewood, how do you plead to the charge of shoplifting, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find that your plea is knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently made. Mr. Oldham, is there anything you wanted me to know before sentencing?
No, I haven't really had a chance to interview Mr. Gatewood with respect to his background and things like that, but for $22 shoplift, I'm going to recommend a 15-day jail sentence and 3 days to serve, 12 days suspended, and close the case.
Okay, one moment. I was trying to look at the police report to see what was taken, but I don't see anything in the report that would let me know. So
Mr. Gatewood
Go ahead.
remembers that it was with food items, Your Honor.
Okay. So while I understand that there's a misdemeanor case where there's a $10,000 cash surety hold on Mr. Gatewood, the court is taking into consideration the low amount in the shoplifting charge of $22.25. And there are no other charges. So the court is going to impose 10 days jail and suspending 7 days. And we'll give Mr. Gatewood credit for the 3 days of time served. So there'll be no additional jail time. As a condition of the suspended sentence, there'll be no further violations for the next year. The court will cancel the warrant and remit any fines and costs. Anything further, Mr. Oldham?
Yeah.
Nothing else, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, best wishes to you, Mr. Gatewood.
Whatever, Judge. So, right before this, it was Judge Kahn, not her, but it was Edgewater. There was this guy, he was in jail for 3 days for smoking where he wasn't supposed to be smoking. He's in jail for stealing $22.25 worth of food. All right, finally. That's good. It's time for Fleischer. I'm out of clips, guys. I'm sorry.
Complaining witness with a stick about his face and neck several times, causing pain and visible injuries. Complaining witness stated the defendant got into the vehicle and began driving up and down the street, honking the
Denver, Colorado.
horn at him. And complaining witness stated that while walking, the defendant turned the vehicle into a driveway and the vehicle came extremely close to him.
Intent to hit?
I'm not sure, but I mean,
Oh boy.
that's the other allegation, but I think the AFM stems from the stick and the punch.
What is the relation between the two?
They're common law married, Your Honor.
For what?
They're common law married.
Prior aggravated assault of a family member, is it the same complaint?
It's not.
Yo, there's Victoria. Hi, Victoria. This jacket had me all confused because this is a Friday coat and he's wearing it on a Thursday. And I kept thinking I was late for work and no, you're not. It's Thursday. I don't know why he does this. Wears a Friday jacket on a Thursday.
It is not, Your Honor. In the case, that case has been was dismissed.
I know, but I'm curious to see if it's the same complaint.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is my fault.
Yeah.
I don't want you to have contact with this person.
Okay, well,
If debate, no. She's a prior aggravated assault that was dismissed not 4 months ago. And now we're charged with another assault?
Your Honor, it was 9 months ago when the case was dismissed. This case is from July 2nd of 2024. So this case is 8 months old. They were still together. They've been together. As you can see, she's pregnant. He is the father.
Great, so we have more stress now, you know?
There is another note that says an officer, Dennis Rice, tried to perform an on-scene evidence-based risk assessment to talk to the CW and to risk of there's a lethal assault and the victim refused. So and the only reason why she knew about this, Judge, is she was in the process of renewing her DACA and they told her that she may have an open warrant. So she went and checked and then she hired us. So this case was, filed a while ago, Judge.
What happened in the aggravated assault, please?
What I have here, Judge, is that Complainant witness and defendant were in a dating relationship. Defendant came to the complainant witness's work and pointed a gun at him while she was walking out, while she was in her vehicle. While he was on the sidewalk, the defendant fired the gun at him from inside the car.
Shot a gun at it, allegedly? Is that what you're saying?
That's
I don't want you to have contact with this person. I don't care. I'm entering now what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies this person as a protected individual. Mr. Chicas as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or assault against this person. Commit an act.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say
I
anything.
want you to listen, because if you violate this court order, the state can and probably will file a violation of
Absolutely,
protective
yes.
order against you, and that is the capital murder of misdemeanor. Do you understand? You are not to have any contact with this person. You are not to threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. He is now listed as a protected individual. You cannot commit an offense in furtherance of section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot be in possession of a gun or go within 200 feet of where he lives or where he works. Do you understand? If you violate this, like I said, the state can and probably will file an additional case against you. And then I, on this case, will revoke your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will give you a PR bond now, but it's the only one that you're going to get. If I find that you're a danger to my city, I have only one place. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Just so you know, Your Honor, the CW has a criminal history as well. In fact, I think he was on
Doesn't
parole.
make me feel better.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. It's,
Two people
Blame the
just,
victim.
you
I
know,
understand.
there are people who are good for each other, and there are people who aren't so much. When you have cancer, what do? You cut it out, because if you don't, it kills you. There are certain people in life that may be like that as well, you know? Now, a second case.
That's it, kids. You're gone. You're going to kill me if you stay here.
I don't want anything to happen. And so the best prescription is no contact. You're not to be in possession of weapons as well. You're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand?
Yes, Judge.
You're pretty good at that one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to move out. Yeah.
252 5470.
And so, Judge, obviously they.
I'm not, Marcos, it's not absolute, right? I'm not talking forever,
Okay.
but for now, I don't want any contact. Everything is coming to head now. And the last thing I need is something else to happen, more drama. And I just don't want any more dead bodies on the road. That's all.
I understand.
So because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Adrogi, and he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you, then I will issue a warrant for your arrest. If you pick up a new case, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. All I'm asking you to do is just behave yourself, don't have any contact, and don't use alcohol or illegal drugs. That's it.
Yes, Judge.
For now, I'm gonna have you sign, oh, wait a second, I need a bond, right? There's no bond that's set? Okay.
I hope the camera stays like this because I think Victoria tells everybody to be quiet later. She shouts at the courtroom. I think. Hey.
I'll set your bond at 3,500 and I'll grant you a PR bond.
I think we saw Shatoria like a couple days ago.
You will have to sign a reset of Victoria. You will get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse me?
You can sign them all right now. Mark, Mark Marbles, you can sign them all right now.
Hey, Martha, we can pick a day last.
Yes, ma'am.
I was going to
Go and sign up. You signed yesterday. You just signed it.
But she wandered out in
Carl.
Waller County, I believe. And she was on the docket for March the 5th, but she came today.
Let's do it now.
So,
You wanna get her? And do you have cost number?
sure.
What is it?
2445-248. It's on a Crystal Paul.
Oh, la la. Do it.
Yeah, I got it.
And,
Okay, do you mind bringing her?
sure, Ms. Paul.
Charlotte, love, can you do me a favor? Can you say to me, just type it in French, I did the laundry for you. Can you say that to me?
It's an assault case, Judge, and she does live in Belleville, Texas. It's a case from 2022.
Belleville?
Belleville.
Good morning, Ms. Paul.
Hello.
Ma'am, you were charged with assault. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. On September 29th, 2022, the complainant was at a bar when the defendant approached her, yelling obscenities at her. The defendant
Keep it down.
then pulled the complainant's hair and spun her around with both hands, and the complainant felt pain and discomfort.
So they're at a bar drinking.
That was lovely.
They're strangers, Your Honor.
Ms. Paul, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to the bar in question and not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case.
Yes, sir.
These are your bond conditions. If you violate them, or if you pick up a new case, a warrant for your arrest will be issued. You will go into custody. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You've given your lawyer, it is your responsibility to stand for Mr. Pruitt and tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me that you're gone and AWOL, he can't get a hold of you, we will issue a warrant. Do you understand?
Judge, could I get the call number when you get a chance?
You ready?
445-248.
2445.
248.
Thank you.
You are also not to be in possession of any weapons as well, ma'am. Now, your lawyer tells you that you live in Belleville.
Yes, sir.
How far is that from here?
Over 50 miles for sure.
Okay, so if you're called upon to take a test, then you may take it at a Quest Diagnostics, and then it is your responsibility to get it to Carl, and then he will get it to us. But if you fail to do it, then a warrant will issue. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't drink, don't use, and don't pick up any new cases. Keep my counties safe.
Yes, sir.
You under-
Linus, if we get married, can we have an open relationship and get her? Can we get her too?
understand?
Yes.
All right. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria, then we'll have you get with Felicia for your bond conditions, then you're free to go. Okay.
you.
Thank you, Judge.
Right this way.
Hey, Vic, can you check on a name change in this case, just in case? Is that spelled correctly?
It's wrong. We already issued
We
it.
did it, okay.
Good morning.
How are you, man?
Good, thank you, Judge. I'm here on Emmanuel Gonzalez Romero.
Back there or out there?
He should be, well, best to my knowledge, he's at the Montgomery County ICE Detention Center. So,
Let for sure.
last time I spoke with ICE, yes,
Have you checked late?
a week ago,
And as of a week ago, he was still in there?
he was still there. So I tried to ask them what's going on because they've been holding him now for about a month. So they've not done anything on the case.
You want to try to
Not
bench
his
warrant
immigration
him?
lawyer. I could check again if you like.
Do you want to bench warrant him?
It's up to you, Judge.
Well, I mean, what do you, because
Which form are you want me to?
because otherwise
Reset him to reset.
we're in a holding pattern and nothing is ever going to get done. If they end up deporting him, then,
Yeah,
you know, at least we can try to resolve it. If,
it's a DWI first, yeah, I'm going to believe.
you said Luis Gonzalez?
I'm sorry,
Luis Gonzalez?
who did?
Luis?
Who's Luis? No, Emmanuel, the name of the defendant, Emmanuel Gonzalez Romero.
It's on the jail docket or on the bond docket?
In the jail docket. Well, let me put it this way, he bonded out and ICE picked him up.
Right.
I think it's on the bond docket. It's technically considered bonded out in our system.
Yeah.
I just don't. I see it.
Again, for the record, the mods are not eating your comments unless they're really bad. It's YouTube. The comments, I don't know what's going on with the comments lately. It's YouTube.
It's a beautiful action, Judge. I don't know if there's.
Yeah, I wouldn't
There's done
see
a
what-
record. We're working on it, Judge. I figured you would be.
Yeah.
Anthony, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
One of those cases where the officer.
Maybe you should just dismiss it. What do you think about that?
I think we can do that here. Sorry.
I'm trying to see if I could look to see what their, they have that certain page that you can go to determine whether they're going on a master docket or whether they have another kind of hearing that's set. I don't know what website that is.
Oh, they couldn't tell me. When I asked them, I said, what's going on? You've held them for about almost a month now. And I actually called Montgomery County Detention Center, ICE, and they said, we don't know.
I'll try to bench one.
Okay.
And then just keep
Okay.
the back seat.
Okay, just reset it. How long do you want me to reset?
I don't know, just tell them, yeah, whatever it is.
All right, thank you.
Of course.
And then are you trying
Oh man, trailer court. What could be better than trailer court, guys? We need trailer court. Okay, I'm gonna boost my volume a bit, but you watch. In my comments in this video, people are gonna say that I'm screaming at them. I really, really, really don't like this volume. All right, there we go. I boosted it a bit. And I thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's Dan, right? Dan, thank you.
Morning, Miss Taylor. How's jail? Well, when you have court dates and you miss court dates, this is what happens. They issue warrants, and if you're popped out of state, the process takes so much longer than it's just, as you can see. So it's come to my attention that you were wanted out of Louisiana, specifically the parish of St. Tammany, for failure to appear on a DWI first.
It was my first court.
Hold on. Don't just start talking. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an
Thank you,
attorney.
Anthony.
Can't
Thank
afford
you.
one, we appoint one to you. Problem is that everything you say, they're going to try to use it against you to prove guilt, this, that. So that's why it's best just not to say anything at this point in time. We're out here now. The reason that you're out here now is because your lawyer wants me to set you a bond. I don't know. I gauge these things on a number of things. Number one, most importantly, are you a danger to my community? Number two, if we give you a bond, are you going to go back? Because that's really what we want. We want you to go back to take care of the case. If we set you a bond, we give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to go turn yourself in back to that jurisdiction. And if you do it, this fugitive case against you gets dismissed. If you fail to go turn yourself in, we will revoke that bond, set it at 0, and issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. And we're going to get you. This time, we will hold you here until Louisiana comes and gets you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please tell me about her statement.
Your Honor, other than what you have advised Ms. Taylor, other than the date of issuance of the warrant, which was April 22nd, 2024, she does not have criminal history that I can tell. That's pretty much all I have on her, Your Honor.
No, if she knew or actively evaded?
I don't.
Because it's nearly a year old.
Correct. I don't have any information that she did actively evade the law, Your Honor.
So could be like a 2B?
Could be.
Your Honor, it's a failure to appear, so.
Which would be inherently like if it's a failure to appear, you know?
Absolutely, Judge. I don't dispute that.
So, I mean, it's just no other priors?
No, Your Honor, I don't have anything.
I'm amenable to a bond, okay? But you have to understand that I have to make it sufficiently high that you're actually going to go back. So what do you think she can afford?
Your Honor, if I'm being realistic, 1,500 would be what defense would request. She does have 3 children. She actually moved from Louisiana to Houston to be with her children. One of them is going to the university. He's 22 years old, and he would be the one that would help her go back to Louisiana and drive her over there to take care of the case. And she said that within the 2 weeks, he would be able to do that.
Okay. What are your thoughts to 1,500?
I have this jacket as a background. It didn't turn out as lovely as I thought it would. See?
I think that 1,500 is a little low, Judge. We're here on a failure to appear. So the state is willing to come down to 3,000, and I think that's appropriate.
I don't like it.
You have to understand that we don't play games. If I set you a bond, I'm going to set you a bond now, but I'm not going to do this again with you. You get one chance to make the right decision. If you fail to go back within the 2 weeks, you are old enough to know that actions have consequences, and here they are dire. Because not only will you lose all that money, I'm going to set it at 0. I'm not going to give you another one.
Thank you,
You will be stuck like Chuck in there until Louisiana comes and gets you. Do you understand? Yes. Okay. You want 1,500?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll give it to you. Just go back.
Yeah.
It's not hard. You understand? Just make me proud. Okay? All right. Mom said 1,500.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe.
Sorry.
Buenos días, señor.
Buenos días.
Yo soy su intérprete.
Okay.
Por favor,
Thank you,
conteste
Donald.
todo a voz alta.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not muted. Love the beard.
Yeah,
Love
that's
it. He looks badass.
You are Mr. Guevara Cruz.
Cruz.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Guevara,
Sí.
you have picked up an assault of a family member.
Caso de asalto, agresión física.
You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 90 days in jail
90
with
días de
credit for the
cárcel.
97 days that
Thank
you
you
have done.
so
7 días que ya
much. Thank
cumplió.
you.
Led to the felony assault as well.
Yesterday,
What happened in that?
¿Qué sucedió?
18 days, it was 1244B, 1244A.
1244.
Mr. Guevara,
Señor Guevara Cruz.
you need to understand something very, very serious. Today,
En serio.
with your plea of guilty, there is an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that
Eso quiere decir,
If you ever
Yes,
pick
sir.
up another case like this again, and it doesn't have to be a drag down, beat down where there's blood, no. All you have to do is grab someone's arm and squeeze it enough to where it hurts. You will be looking at a third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison.
10 años.
Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende?
Sí, señor juez.
Yes,
You
Judge.
never own a gun or aim
Did that cute pretty little doggy wake you up? Because that's fine.
ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement today as well.
Como el acuerdo que llegaron aquí hoy.
Give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement today.
Así
You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, right to be arraigned, charged, read in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported,
Consecuencias
excluded from
obligatorias
the country,
posibles. Puede ser
denied
excluido del país,
naturalization
negarle
under law,
naturalización bajo leyes federales,
right to
renuncia a
appeal.
su derecho a
You plead
apelar
guilty,
cuando se declara
you
culpable.
can never change this or undo
Jamás
this.
puede cambiar.
Is this what you want to do?
Lo que quiere hacer.
Sí, señor juez.
Yes, Judge.
How do you plead to the
¿Cómo
assault?
se declara?
Am I guilty or not guilty?
Miembro de familia, culpable o no culpable.
Culpable.
Guilty.
To find you guilty,
Lo encuentro
like I
culpable.
said, there's an affirmative
Dije.
finding of family violence.
Sentencia.
Good luck to you, sir.
Buena suerte a usted, señor.
Thank you. Mr. Barnes.
Here, Ms. McCoy. She was released.
McCoy.
Yeah. She was released from Fort Bend County. She was supposed to be here.
Is she here?
Could have had contact with her to get you in next week.
If you've had contact with her, why is she not here now?
She didn't have transportation and she just kind of remembered that she had to be here.
So she just didn't want to come.
I wouldn't say that.
She didn't have transportation, or she just remembered. But both of those excuses together do not work.
But that's what you say.
I mean, but you're saying she knew about it and just like
She could have
kind of forgot about it.
No, she had. That's what she said, that she just remembered this morning.
That's so many issues with Miss McCoy. I mean,
I've just met her, or this is.
I'm telling you, I've had quite a number of history with her, and I can tell you in 23, I've got 4 cases. They're all at 10,004. It's not my first rodeo. So what I'll do is I'll set it for bond forfeiture for Monday. If she fails to appear on Monday, I'm going to revoke the bond, Mr. Pons.
I had a trip plan. My dad fell, so I got to go.
Sucks.
Yeah,
81.
I was going to ask for Thursday if she can have a week.
When do you get back?
Wednesday. So how about Wednesday?
No, I don't want the day to go back. Thursday's fine.
Okay, thank you.
But I don't, if she's not here, I don't give a rat's behind what the excuse is. You know what I mean?
Let's do this.
Because
I can do Monday Zoom if you let me Zoom in.
yes,
Okay,
that's why we have it.
Yeah, I know. I don't like doing that, but
Then don't. You can have Thursday if you want. It's not.
let's do Monday Zoom.
Sure?
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay.
I got a plan. Thank you.
All right, for sure.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I've been appointed to
all
represent
do.
Mr. Lewis Woodard. Mr. Woodard is in custody.
Give me 1 second.
On my phone. Yes. Yes.
Ah. What would you like?
Your Honor, we'd just like to roll this to Monday. I spoke with the state. State just needs to rip the CW. I think we have a
Absolutely.
resolution. Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Have fun.
May I be excused? Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, Monkey, I'm going to be singing that all day
Senor West.
now. And I don't have little kids.
Get ready.
You got,
I got Mr. Oscar Cruz.
Bruce.
The clerk handed you some paperwork that I need to address with you.
Oh. Okay.
So we had-
Is he in custody or is he?
He's in custody, Judge. So we had requested a psych evaluation on him back in October. Exactly.
What? And it's still not done?
Correct. We'd like to withdraw that request at this point.
Is everything better?
Yes.
They, I guess, get medication or something? What happened?
Did they get what?
Medication?
I don't know. I guess he just leveled out. He seems coherent.
now. And the previous, if you'll read the SEC eval, it was based off the bailiff's observations. So that's why I was told to file it.
Got it.
Not based off of my observations.
I see.
You see? So he appears to be fine now. So if you'd like to withdraw that.
Yeah, what do you,
We'll just withdraw it, Judge. So I spoke to the felony court and they resolved that case. This case.
I remember this. No, it was. I talked to him and it.
Yeah, so I did, that all happened before I spoke. When I spoke to him, he was fine, but I just did that because the bailiffs and the court told me to file it. And it was just never done. So the felony is set for tomorrow, I'm sorry, for next week at some point, and this one, that won't get to resolve.
Is there an offer in the felony case?
2 years.
TDC.
2 years.
TDC.
An assault on a peace officer.
Okay. And I guess that one,
This one is get dismissed as part of it.
set it for the Tuesday? It's at Monday.
They are set Monday. Yeah, Tuesday works. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, it does. Oh, you need me to white, right?
Yeah, just
You need me to white it?
yeah. Oh, and on that plea paperwork, I printed it out before you could sign it electronically.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why.
Carl's back.
Do you need more?
No, that won't.
We got one flower for tomorrow.
Flower.
Carl, he spilled his coffee. Spilled the coffee, broke the computer, you know, stained everything.
Thought somebody helped checked or something.
No, thankfully.
I'll write it. Yes.
Carmel Robinson is back from testing.
Come on, Mr. Robinson.
Judge, he's still positive, but I knew he would be.
Deputy Etchigoin? Deputy Etchigoin, I need your help.
It's going, Kelly, slowly but surely. I'm lazy.
It doesn't make me happy what I'm about to do, but you have to know that we mean business. And if I don't, then I'm enabling this behavior, telling you that it's okay, when it most certainly is not. I told you not to use any illegal drugs. You've now tested positive 3 times. I'm now revoking your bond and I'm taking you to jail.
Judge, mother's in court today.
I know, we'll talk. I just,
As far as the new bond amount, she doesn't have a whole lot of finances. She's a single
just give me
mom.
a second.
That's what you do in Texas. He is the most Texas Texan
I
in
just
this
want him to
courtroom.
know that we mean business. So on Friday, I can let him out. And then we were going to do the same process. I will.
I beg to differ. Nothing in this courtroom is like Mr. Allen putting on his gloves or taking off his gloves or standing there or breathing.
We'll test him again in, 45 to 50 days. If it happens again, then it's going to be longer, right? Then it'll be a week. Somehow I have to get through to him. But please, one of the worst parts of being in jail, it stinks. There's no windows, there's no clocks, but the worst part is not knowing when you're going to get out.
No. So on Thursday, they have a mental health court, and it's usually crazy. You see what I did there? So I thought if it was crazy, I was going to do a live stream last night of it. They had 2 cases on the docket, and they were both boring. So I did not stream it.
So please, I'm telling you on Friday I will, but don't tell him. Because not knowing is the worst part. right? But I'm with you, and I just wanted to stop. Okay, so hopefully this is enough to give them a wake-up call. So,
Carry them over to tomorrow.
oh, damn, I thought today was Wednesday. I want to do at least 2 days. Yeah, I guess so. We'll just do 1 day.
He's still in school.
I know, but I have to know that he's serious. So I'll keep it, but don't say, because the worst part is not knowing, just, you know.
Because he has to do, you know. Council order, sir? Nobody gonna get to his head until he was.
You want me to do it over the weekend or do you want to do it tomorrow? You tell me. Okay, whatever you want, but I hope it's enough because.
And the only reason I interject to do it tomorrow, because, I mean, he's missing school today and he'll miss school tomorrow, but if he stays in the weekend, then he'll miss Monday too, so.
Okay.
And we still wanted him to stay in school.
We can give you a school excuse too, so don't worry about it.
I know that.
We'll give you a school excuses so that at least it's an excused absence, so.
Just carry him over to tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll carry him to tomorrow. Well, he'll be carried tomorrow anyways, regardless, right? So, okay. If you want to come, you can. It's up to you, because I don't know if you work, if you want to miss a day of work. So, but I'm telling you, so I'm gonna let him out, and he'll usually get out, you know, from the time that we process the release, like 6 to 8 hours. So I can't give you an exact time,
No, that's fine.
but it'll be tomorrow.
You will make contact. Thank you.
Yeah, and then Carl is always with you too, so.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Well, I hope it helps. If not,
People go through the week or whatever.
okay.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thanks, Carl. Hi, Joe.
How you doing today? Nice coat. Your Honor, I'm here on Espinosa.
Okay.
Your Honor, the coordinator asked that I approach you today because this case is 185 days old. We're completing our mitigation packet and we just needed some additional time to get that
Here's
completed.
Mr. Espinoza.
His appearance was waived today.
Would not have been waived at 185.
The last one.
Okay, so I'm going to set up for 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
If he does not have it done in 2 weeks, then I'm going to carry him day for day until
That is Peg Leg's link to his page, so you can watch the sob sit crazy.
he gets it done. You need to let him know this. He must appear here at the next setting. So unless it's completely turned in with everything, but his appearance is mandatory. Okay? Okay, Joe. Thanks. Yeah. Hi.
I have a Omar Syed.
Okay.
One of them's old, one of them's not. They offered mental health evaluation, do what they say, dismiss both.
Okay.
They just told me to approach.
Do you have a day yet?
Well, no, because what do they say? I don't know. They could say.
No. So it's mental health PTI, right? So they usually set you for a time where you're going to go to the Harris Center.
I have not gotten the time.
How do we get the day?
Normally you show up in 10 days for the signature, so I think in my understanding.
Oh, it's just to show up. That's
Yes.
right. Okay.
And then if he does
So
what they
you're
say,
signing today?
I just got the offer today. So I have him sign, go in 10 days.
Okay.
If they asked him to do something.
So we'll
get
set you off.
approved. Sir?
Set you off 2 weeks then.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
If
Okay.
there's any issue.
If he, let him know, if he doesn't go, I'm setting it for trial because there's 225 on the, so all he has to do is show up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. I see it. Okay, that was last. Okay, you want March or how about April 1st? It's a Tuesday. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. Top of page 13, jury trial, April 1st. Hi, Eric.
Hey, Judge, how are you?
Hey, man, what's new?
I have Tyler Williams as an arraignment today.
Tyler Williams, come up. Good morning, Mr. Williams. Good morning, Your Honor. You were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Your lawyer is here with you, but on Zoom, just so that you know you're not alone. Okay? Okay.
Your Honor, on February 20th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a traffic hazard at 13,755 Main Street in Harris County, Texas. The officer approached a stalled motor vehicle on the freeway on the shoulder while in operation. The defendant was passed out behind the wheel of the motor vehicle. Upon waking the defendant, the officer observed a mild odor of an alcoholic beverage, incoherent speech, bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. The defendant stated that he had a Long Island iced tea at a bar before heading home. SFSTs were conducted. For the HGN, it was a 6 out of 6. The walk and turn was a 7 out of 8. And the one leg stand was a 3 out of 4. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath, which the results were a 0.138 and a 0.143.
Okay. Any private good lines?
No history, Your Honor.
Can you run the license to see if any is a Texas driver license?
Yes.
Mr. Williams, I'm going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, then I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and a liability insurance in your name. If you don't have car insurance, you are not allowed to drive as well, and that is a part of your bond condition as well. Great. So you have a lawyer. Good job on having a lawyer. Because you do, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Benavides, and he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you because you've gone and you're not responding to phone calls, text messages, you pick up a new case, you become a danger to my community, I only have one thing that I'm going to do. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll have you sign a wreath of Victoria. We'll have you get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and then after that, you're free to go.
Yes, Your Honor.
April 29th through May 1st.
April 29th through May 1st, Eric.
The 29th works.
Yeah.
Which one?
The 29th is good.
Got it.
All right, thank you, Judge.
All right, thanks. Mr. Byrne.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hey.
Yes.
What's new?
Oh, I've got kind of a unique situation here. Somebody on docket that I took over the case for Emily DeToto when she won and took the bench, and then Paul Morgan is handling a felony that he has as well. But this is, yes, it would probably been a little more so if one of us had both of them, but either way, talking with the state about resolution on this case, and he
Last name?
Cortez. A PTI would have been great, but the felony was filed and pending when this DWI was picked up. He's still a first-time offender DWI with no criminal history because the other case is still active.
Wait, is it a flat no, or is it possible that they apply?
So I tell defense he's welcome to apply. I don't have great, and I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth,
I
but
think a lot of things have changed.
the underlying is
Right.
first year time.
Right.
Acceptable and perhaps more efficient would be if the court would be inclined, if we pled open, to give a defer.
It's up to you. I'm okay with it.
So
Yeah,
Only thing I need to do is, so I need to go confirm, the orders we got from felony is basically plea, my understanding that was conviction. I need to go check with them to make sure that they're good with us just going back to pre-rec, which I can do shortly. I just need to confirm.
You got some time? What time is it now? It's 11. You have a little bit of time? He can send an email to see if they're,
If who? Felony?
If the felony prosecutors comfortable with us just going back to pre-rec, then we have to go back.
is it going to impact upstairs regardless?
I mean,
I don't think
there's
so.
totally
I just want to
unrelated
make sure that
cases.
we're not, because of the serious nature of the felony, I just want to make sure that we're doing this felony is okay.
Yeah, I just don't have the felonies not going, I don't understand the relationship,
Yeah,
the relevance.
I guess let's,
I can email them right now. Trying to follow orders and hierarchy, I will email them.
I certainly don't want you to get in trouble, right?
I'm not gonna say, oh no, don't plead. If anything, they're expecting, or I have to dismiss that at some point when they work upstairs.
We have reapers because we have wings, and we make the sauces ourselves. But I don't get near them. Nope, 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 nope.
I'll give you a couple to apply for PCI if you want to try it, you know? I would just go right to the top now, because, so go to like Judge Geis. I think that's who he would apply to, right?
So we can't reopen without state's consent.
And I'm emailing felony right now.
Yeah, they got to waive it, Julie.
Right.
Got to waive. So, all right, so take a second, give me 10 minutes. Yeah, and I'm okay with it for what it's worth. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that'd be the best for that. Thanks.
Okay, hi, you ready?
Or Mr. Ramirez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he in custody?
He's in custody.
Ramirez. I have Mr. Rodriguez.
He had hired, like a few, maybe like a week ago. He had hired like maybe a week ago or so.
Hired you?
Stanley, hired our firm.
Okay.
And then
I need you guys to do a motion to sub them.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
have you,
Yo, first rule of dealing with drunk people is you can't do stuff to them because they're drunk. You can't do stuff to them when they're drunk. You have to take care of them when they're drunk. Make sure they don't do anything stupid.
We do, but I think Ramona always generates it. Let me look in our.
who's representing Mr. Smart?
I am.
I don't know if I'm gonna. Nope. Well, is it just a time served?
He has 83 days.
No, I want to have him T-Razed.
Okay.
I have family members calling up for him, scared for you. I'll talk to you in a second. Hold on, actually going. I'm gonna get an order for you.
Okay,
So that we
I
can
have
get you.
two on the docket. I'll circle back.
Okay, let me just talk to them real quick. Coming up, Mr. Smart.
Yes, sir.
Every time you come here, you look worse and worse, and it's really sad. You know that I
This is really sad. This one, I
have family members that are calling over here worried about you.
No.
Dad is called over here looking for you. Is there worried about you? Yes. I think it's dad. I think it's your dad.
See, there's a restraining order between, he put the restraining order
Mr. Smart,
on me.
Mr. Smart, we're not going to talk about the restraining
I
order.
have your family members that have called multiple times looking for you, scared, trying to get you off the street because they're worried about you. And the last thing I want to do is stop this where you pick up a case, you plead, you get back on the street. You pick up a case, you plead, you get back on the street. You pick up a case. We've been doing this now for 5 years. It stops today. No. What I would like to do is set up a TRAS to see how we go forward with you, Mr. Smart. But as I see now, you are withering before my eyes. And it just, every time I see you, it looks worse.
What's it?
Mr. Smith, he'll explain it to you.
Sorry.
I'll explain it to you as to you, sir.
All
A TRAS is an evaluation to see how we go forward with you in light of your situation and what's going on with you. You can, I don't want you to die, Mr. Smart. That's all I want. And you're very slowly killing yourself.
Isn't this is a trespass misdemeanor?
Judge, Your Honor, he has 83 days. He has already spent in jail for this misdemeanor.
Strong, do you get what I'm saying though?
I do get what you're
I've
saying.
literally, over the course of 4 to 5 years, every couple months, he would pick something up and then he takes off for a couple years. And look, this is not a good way to go through life, man. You're literally killing yourself extremely slowly. And you have people out there that really care for you, that are looking for you. I'm not going to take this. No.
Just one extra argument. If we were to do jail release instructions to a family member,
We've done that.
after the plea, if he pleads today and we can, or even I can get in contact with his family, we can roll it to tomorrow. He pleads to the time served, I can have jail release instructions to one of those family
Strong,
members.
you've done that.
Okay.
He doesn't listen to family members.
Okay.
He doesn't stay. He goes back onto the street and does whatever he wants to do. The only thing that I would like to do is a TRS to see how we go forward.
Okay.
But I need you to speak to my clinicians to see how best we go forward to figuring this out. But no more revolving door.
I thought this was just a misdemeanor, sir.
It is a misdemeanor, Mr. Smart.
Good point.
Oh, how long can you hold me for a misdemeanor?
Good question.
I've been here for 2 months.
Not been here for 2 months.
It's been 80-something days.
All right. Thanks. I'd like to, can you set up the TRS immediately, please? We'll get it done. Hey, Ms. Strong, I'll get it done within the next 2 days.
Okay.
So he's not sitting there languishing.
Okay.
Somehow I'll see if I can get you the numbers of the family members.
Yes, please. That would be helpful, Judge.
Mona's not here.
Okay.
She was the one who answered the phones and I don't, there's gotta be a way that we can like trace to see, get the phone numbers for you.
Okay.
And then I'll try to get it for you then.
Thank you, Judge. Should we do a 2-week
I
reset?
don't know, what do you think?
Does he have like a competency or something?
After today, I think
No,
Make the
no,
difference.
it's all substance abuse. It's all,
I would say a week just to get the report done.
okay. We're gonna expedite it for sure, but hopefully
Okay.
within the next, 3 days we can get it done.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Hey, ready? Hey, man.
Hey, I got Mr. Cleary smiling in your docket today.
Oh, Smiley?
Smiling.
Okay.
Basically, we're going to submit a mitigation package to the state right before our next appearance on April the 3rd for the felony, for potential PTI.
You had it turned in?
No, I haven't turned it in yet, but
It's 200 days.
I know, Judge. I mean, I don't know why they set it so far apart. I didn't need all the way.
It's just the UCW, right?
Yeah, here is UCW, and it's really, it emanates from the alleged allegation up there in the felony court. Legally, absent him having probable cause of commission of another crime, we wouldn't be here for UCW. So essentially, I've talked to the state. I didn't ask for it to push your way out to April 3rd. But
I'm not gonna care. I mean, it's just getting way too
well, I
long.
know, but at the very minimum, because we're at the end of February here, put on this, because I'm gonna submit it prior to that so we get a decision that day. Maybe I get a decision sooner.
So
I mean,
you're gonna have to submit 2 mitigation packets, right? You're gonna have to do one in felony and one in misdemeanor, because they're not gonna just do one. So.
Is that the way they're doing that?
So let's do this. I'm gonna set you off 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
He's gotta have the packet done.
I'll submit both of them at that time. And hopefully we can have I'm sure we will have resolution one way or the other.
Is Mr. Smiley here?
No, it's Prince waived.
Okay. I don't know how it got waived at 200 days. But it should not have been. But let me tell you this, Frederick. So I'm setting him 2 to 3 weeks. If he doesn't have it done, I'm going to roll him day for day until he gets it done.
We'll have it done.
Okay.
I get it, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Take care, friend.
Councilor Lisa?
To appear for a setting, is that what happened with Ms. Ferris?
Or Ferris?
Yeah.
But she thinks this case was supposed to have been dismissed.
Okay, come up, Ms. Ferris.
It was a non-arrest and the PSR is up there with me. Oh, no, it's not, you brought it to me.
Okay. Ms. Ferris, you were charged with theft. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. I have no idea what happened on this case. All I know is that you've been charged with a Class A theft. I've appointed you a lawyer with Mr. Dixon now. We're going to do probable cause to see what actually happened. Please.
On January 5th, 2025, the complainant reported that his church mailed out checks for payments to various utilities with multiple checks that were then stolen. After being assigned the case, the officer spoke with the complainant, who stated that he received back his bank statement, which reported the following checks being stolen. The first check for $780.20, which was drawn off this.
Oh, I remember this. There's like several different people that are.
Yes, so there's multiple checks. The next check is for $780.40. The next check is for $784.09. That was to a Mr. Tinko, who reported that he didn't know the individuals and did not give them consent to endorse or cash any of his checks. They then subpoenaed the bank records and showed that the checks were changed to pay Sonia Maris at the Chase Bank at 1520 San Felipe Street.
Do we have it that she actually negotiated the check and put them in her account?
Are there
I have to figure that,
Yes.
banks, I mean, there are cameras everywhere.
And Judge, may you please ask her
Yes,
what
the
date?
teller job log journals indicate that the person casting the check presented a Texas ID as the primary identification source. The officer then checked this identification through the Texas driver's license database and found that it was associated to the.
What was the date of the transaction, may I ask state? Because my client has been incarcerated. She hasn't been.
2023, believe it or not. Yes.
What is it?
On April 12th, 2023.
April 12th, 2023. Okay. So, Ms. Ferris, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. It's too messy.
I was in the way.
We'll get there. I just wanted to make sure that it wouldn't be on the time that you were incarcerated.
April of 23, 22, April 23rd, I got out of the way.
Ms. Ferris, as a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. That is, I guess you said a church, right? Or the person who is associated. So you're not to have any contact with the actual church and the person who is the owner of the checks. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the co-defendants in this case as well. If I find that you pick up a new case, if I find that you're a danger to my community, if I find that you break these conditions, then same will happen to your bond. I will revoke it, put you in jail, no more PR bonds. Do you understand?
I do.
I've given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Dixon. If he tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging, likewise, a warrant will issue.
Sir.
Guys, we have to set a bond on this case. So what bond? What do you think? State. What's appropriate? And is a PR bond appropriate in this case in light of that she's on felony probation for a third-degree felony.
We asked for $5,000, Your Honor.
Judge, I would respectfully ask a PR bond on this case. The probation officer, the CS community supervision officer is here. Mrs. Farris has been diagnosed as being bipolar with psychotic tendencies. She was on cocaine, ecstasy, and other major drugs, but she was determined to be competent. Right now, she is not free. She is not free. She is in custody with the in-house.
Oh, she's in DDRP?
Yes, sir. She's in DDRP at this time.
So I have to give her a PR bond.
Yes, sir.
Because if I take her into custody now, that kind of ixnay on the DDRPA, right?
And her felony court's aware, we did a case review and they want her to continue treatment, finish it successfully.
And I always want, it's okay, don't worry about it. I always want that as well. You know, we want you to complete the treatment. It is also a condition of your bond that you're not to use alcohol, illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you like crazy to make sure that you're not using. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay, so I will set the bond at 5,000 and then I will grant her a PR bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Case number? It is 255-0584. Thank you. Okay, so for now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. We will also have you meet with Felicia for your bond conditions. We'll have you sign the bond conditions. Do you have a date of release?
Yeah, I can look right now.
Yeah, do you know mind if you can provide it to Mr. D? That way we know we can set her case for the day after. That way we can get here to be able to monitor her with everything. Okay, all right. Good luck, Ms. Ferris.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. D. Yeah, hi, Bo, come on.
We have a plea for Mr. Marco Diaz, Your Honor.
Let's do it.
We'll have you right on.
I'm sorry, they were waiting on the bond amount, Robinson. Who were we put his bond at? The second team. 5,001.
Judge, the conditions for Ms. Ferris, can we go over those again?
No alcohol, no drugs, random UA, no contact with co-defendants, no weapons, no contact with the church, or no contact with the person who's, I guess, either the owner or the money. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Diaz.
How you doing?
So you're charged with possession of a controlled substance. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand, sir, that this is going to go on your record. It can be used against you anytime you pick up any new cases. You will now be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. It looks to me that you're also on felony probation. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You need to understand that this can, by pleading guilty to this offense, this may result in that probation being revoked, resulting in further confinement. Do you understand?
Sir.
Do you still want to do this?
Sir.
How do you plead to the offense of possession of a controlled substance, guilty or not guilty? You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never come back and change this. You understand?
Sir.
You're on felony probation. There's only so many times they're going to bend over before they, put you in prison, man.
Sir.
You know?
I don't want that.
Don't say anything, but really, the more you pick up, the more it is. All right? All right, good luck.
Your Honor, good seeing you.
Come on.
Your Honor, I'm pushing on Mr. Wally. Wally, Wally.
Judge, I signed on, did a motion to sub about 2 months ago. We got it. So we got a deal together. He's not here, but I get a short reset till next Friday.
What are you guys doing?
We're gonna end up doing time served.
Okay, are you sure it's not going to be like a PTI? Because it's at 190 now.
And I signed on, I did a motion.
I understand, but
I talked to him about it. I think
Anthony, I'm glad you're here too.
we're good.
So
Thursday or Monday?
Yeah, what if,
Friday, I'm not gonna be here Thursday, next Thursday. Friday.
that's okay.
Are you able to?
Yes, sir. I'll figure out another day next week. That's fine.
Whatever you want.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
We gotta be here for next one.
Yes, sir.
Whatever day you want.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Hey, you ready?
He wants to continue with our services, so he wanted me to sign on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess do a motion to sub. We may have them in the, do we have motion to sub in the tower or with you? Motion to sub?
For, Ramirez Court?
No. He wants to file one. Do you have one? Okay, I have one here. I'm not filling it out. Do you still want to do the plea today?
Yes.
Okay, so just have them write up and we can do it. Joseph,
One of your keys.
where's Mr. Wyckoff?
He hasn't been brought up, Judge.
Yeah, he's not here yet. I asked him if he was gonna stay on or withdraw.
He got arrested, huh?
Yeah. He was gonna roll until tomorrow.
No back.
They have asked for that.
AB out of state as well.
She has.
Yeah.
Actually, Indecent, go ahead and sign it down. You can sign this paperwork.
Rodriguez, Vincent, Council Zimmer.
Good morning, Judge. My approach?
Yeah, up here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got,
I have Mr. Spence, Your Honor.
Wait for your turn.
Page 24. Illegal online digital business.
hello?
Judge, please, I'm streaming. Please don't call me during my stream, Judge. Please.
And?
No.
Okay, zoom back on. Do you mind? Please, thanks.
Huh? Gonzalez?
Okay, give me a second, Dion.
Yes, sir.
You are Vincent Rodriguez.
Sir.
Mr. Rodriguez, you're charged with terroristic threat of a family or household member. That allegation kicks it up to a Class A misdemeanor, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a 9-month deferred. So he's got 2 cases. He's got the criminal trespass and this case.
Right, and they'll be dismissing the newer criminal trespass case.
Is this what you want to do, sir? You're going to be on paper for the next 9 months. As a result, you cannot use illegal drugs. You cannot use alcohol, and I'm going to test you like crazy. I want you to know that. You really want to do this. If you violate this probation, you're looking at a year in jail. Do you understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and
Anthony,
cross-examine your
thank you.
accusers. If you're not a citizen,
Now, Anthony, put your wallet away. Put it far away. Put it way out of reach. We're glad you're here, Anthony. We love you.
there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Are you sure? He picked up a case while he's on bond. I mean, really? Are you going to be able to make this thing? You can't even stand in trouble while you're on bond for this case, man. Really?
That's what I'm making. I got this.
You know, the thing is that when you get on probation and it gets revoked, you look at a whole ton of more time and you're expected to do stuff on time, you know, meet with probation every month. You have to take a test every month to prove that you're not using alcohol or illegal drugs, no smoking weed, no using, you know what I mean? Are you sure you can do this?
Yes, sir.
All right. How do you plead to the offense of terroristic threat? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm not going to find you guilty. I will withhold that for 9 months. As part of the agreement, you will do an effective decision-making
You
class.
can almost have a baby
You
in
will do
9
an
months.
8-hour anger management class, 20 hours of community service. Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir.
Then that's what we're going to do. You will now be expected, instead of the community service, you need at the very minimum a high school diploma, Mr. Rodriguez. And now that I know that you don't have one, I'm going to keep you until you get one. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to test you in 2 weeks for drugs and alcohol. You know now. Do not use. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will make you a deal. I like to take people off early when they do well to reward them. The minute you get your GED, and I mean, you got to do the class as well, but the minute you do get your GED, I'll take you off, man. All we want you to do is make you better than you left. But I'm telling you now, I will hold you to this until the end. So if you try to toy with us, I can file an issue a warrant for your arrest, put you in jail, let you out after a week for you to do what you're supposed to do. You toy again, right back in, and in 2 weeks this time. Toy again, 3 weeks next time. Do you understand?
I understand.
All I want you to do is get your high school diploma.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
I understand.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Waive all his fees. It's never about the money, Mr. Rodriguez. I don't care about the money. Money makes no difference to me. It's just you doing what you say you're going to do. And keep my streets safe, because that's what I care about.
Oh,
Okay. That makes sense.
he gets notes all right. Don't you worry.
Good morning, Mr. Gonzalez. Oh, Tony.
Buenos días, señor González. Good morning.
Mr. Gonzalez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, first offense. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow, so you are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 270 days in jail with credit for the 96 days that you have done. Is this how you understand this?
Yes.
You need to understand, Mr. Gonzalez, that this charge is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. If you ever get pulled over in a car, an officer looks you up, they're going to, they will see this DWI. If they roll up to your window and they smell alcohol on you, it's probably not going to go well for you.
Okay.
Do you understand? You need to also understand that as of today, you will now be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up.
Okay. Okay.
You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are sufficient consequences. You can be deported from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this. If I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I would never get into a car again because you're taking a humongous risk. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above?
I had 1.15, I think.
Okay, so that is true then.
Así que es verdad.
Okay, true
Yes.
enhancement. All right, sir. Did he say guilty?
Yes, Your Honor, he did.
Usted se declara culpable. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to find you guilty. I will send you to the agreement. I am now going to suspend your ability
Ahora voy a
to drive for
suspender su
90 days.
habilidad de manejar
Do
por
not drive
90
until
días.
the
No
license.
maneja,
Good
no
luck.
maneja hasta que reciba una licencia. Buena suerte, señor.
Okay, we're going to waive all the fines and.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, good luck. Mr. Gonzalez.
Buena suerte, señor.
Okay. Give me a second. Hold on. I have Dion. She's been waiting. Dion.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Okay, you have Spence.
It
Shaquan
was a
Spence.
0.15. He just doesn't know what he's talking about. He tried.
Hence, his appearance was waived.
Okay. Is discovery
The state
complete?
just made an offer. I want to try to negotiate that down a little bit, Judge. Maybe 30-day reset, please.
They offered 30 days, you say?
No, I'm asking you for a reset for 30 days. They
Oh, I
made
see.
a BIP offer, a PTI, including BIP was the
Alicia,
Yes, Judge.
did you test, last name again?
Wilson.
Wilson, did you test Mr. Wilson? Yes. He was supposed to go take a test. Did you go take a test?
Yes.
Did you take a test with probation?
49 San Jacinto.
They're both pretrial and probation building. I don't see any ones on our end, but for the MHA,
Oh,
it may
okay.
have been with Shatoria. Yeah.
Do you know where she is?
See if I could have talking with someone in custody.
Yeah.
What the heck? I want to pet it.
Just come.
Hi, Shatori. That's okay. So we sent Mr. Wilson for a test?
That's Sierra's new bestie.
Wonderful. Okay, that's all I'm asking you to do. Stay negative, don't use, and stay out of trouble. So you said the next reset day that you got was what day?
April 17th.
I can give you the same day, Mike, but with us, we need to do something on that day.
Oh, no, I agree. And I
I'm not holding it
believe
any
that-
longer after that. We will have a hearing. If it's not resolved upstairs by then, I'm going to have a hearing whether to
Yes, sir.
revoke.
Yes, sir. No problem. If we have the medical records, then I think the state will be in a different position.
So let's set up a hearing on that, on the 17th. And let
Yes, sir.
everybody know as far as probation department so that they're ready. Subpoena if they need to, they're subpoenaed.
It looks like
Okay.
a mountain lion.
Don't use, stay out of trouble. I don't want to have to put you in jail. Do you understand? Okay. All right. We'll have you sign a receipt. We'll get you out of here.
Right this way.
Thank Mike.
Thank you.
Someone else is on drugs.
You're in
Yes, there are no such to the judge, or
Yes,
yes,
sir.
your honor, or no, your
Anthony,
honor.
we are real.
You are on bond for tampering with a government record in addition to a fraud. And it has now come to my attention that you've picked up an indecent exposure. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. On the indecent exposure, please.
On February 25th, 2025, officers were dispatched to an apartment complex in Harris County, Texas. And the complainant stated that she walked to the parking lot of her apartment complex. And the complainant stated she entered the driver's seat of her vehicle, which was parked north to face her apartment building. And she observed the resident of the apartment number 320 staring at her from the window of his apartment. The defendant then lowered his shorts below his genitals and held his erect penis in his hand. He was moving his hand up and down along his penis in a sexually gratifying manner. The complainant was offended and alarmed.
All right, Mr. Shaw, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to expose yourself into the public against other people. Do you understand? I'm now also, being that you are on bond with the case and you've now picked up a new case, I'm now going to revoke your bond on the first case as well. And I will now set that at 5,003. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have contact with the complaining witness in this case. And not to go within 500 feet of where she lives or where she works. You understand?
Yes.
Also not to be in possession of weapons as well.
Impossible, is that? No, it's not impossible. It's in order of court. You're gonna have to move it if it's 200 feet. You can't stay there. It's a serious offense.
Okay, so Felicia, do you mind? I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs as well. So don't worry about the conditions. Since I'm gonna have them monitored, and I'm now going to put a GPS monitor prior to release Felicia as well, so that we know where he is.
Yeah, I have a question, Judge. State, do you know the exact location of where the complaining witness distance of residence? I think they stay in the same complex. Do you know the
You know
distance?
what we can do, because it's gonna probably take a little bit of time to calculate. Why don't we roll it to tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
That way we can also give time to calculate where he lives in relation to the complaining witness. Because I don't want you to go anywhere near her. I want this person to feel safe, and I don't want you anywhere near this person. Do you understand?
Go rolling till tomorrow.
I would like conditions signed now, and then we can always modify later on, but I guess because they may live in the same complex, we'll have to delineate, or find how far it is one to the
So
other.
how many feet would you like me to put for the moment?
For the moment, for now, 500,
Yes, sir.
and then we can come back and change it if need be.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you.
So we need him to sign real quick and then.
Is anything pre-shot? Is it pre? Stays?
Yeah, it's the other half.
No, yeah.
Okay, can we do? If he wants to start. You know,
You go by the straight.
And that's where she.
No, for this giant sign, might be good.
Driver's license probably isn't where she's living.
Probably
Because
not.
she's so young.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. He put down the
That's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. I understand. Yeah.
She's kind, but she got to sign the bottom though. Oh, she can do it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second, no.
She's not 54, yeah.
Right, no.
I mean, if she wants to help me get signatures or
Yeah.
furniture.
That's
That would be
okay.
perfect. She loves this.
Signature's okay, but for these documents here.
Is your name Isaac? Isaac? Go ahead and sign. Go ahead and sign. You're going to sign for your fleet.
Go check my receipt.
For the 55.
Judge, I'm gonna go check that August and see what Oh.
I'll run to court A to see.
She's got a judge. Judge. Somebody's coming. Yeah, he was able to get it. Oh, right. Yay.
Buenos días, señor.
Buenas, ¿qué tal?
Yo soy su intérprete. Por favor, conteste a voz alta.
Okay. Está bien.
All right, good morning, Mr. Ramirez Black.
Buenos días, señor.
Good morning, sir.
You're charged with two cases. You were charged with driving while intoxicated.
Está acusado de manejar
You're also charged with failure to stop and give information.
proporcionar información.
Both of those are Class B misdemeanors. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
Una multa de
You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 150 days in jail, credit for the 55 days that you have already done.
Ya que ya.
Is this how you understand the agreement?
Sí.
Yes.
You need to understand, sir, that this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the DWI. You're pleading the DWI. The other case is getting dismissed, I'm
Que
assuming.
le van a quitar
Correct?
los cargos, ¿correcto?
So you need to understand that the DWI will go on your record and it will be there for the rest of your life.
Permanecerá ahí por el
This is important because if you ever get pulled over,
Hi, Walter.
an officer, the first thing they do is they look at your record. If they see that you have a prior DWI, they go up to your car and they smell alcohol. It's probably not going to go well for
No
you.
le va a ir bien a usted.
Do you understand?
Usted entiende.
Entiendo.
I understand.
If I were you, I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, don't get into a car.
Se meta en un carro.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Lo he pensado siempre.
I
You
will
also
comply.
need to understand that this is an enhanceable offense. So from now on,
Que aquí en adelante
minimum of
estaré
30 days in
enfrentando
jail.
mínimo de 30 días en la
Any new
cárcel.
cases that you pick up here,
Caso.
you give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement.
Derecho a llegar a este
You give up the right to a trial,
juicio.
right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law.
Leyes federales.
You give up the right to appeal.
También su derecho a apelar.
Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life.
Permanecerá ahí,
You
pues
can never take it all.
jamás podría sacarlo.
Lo entiendo.
I understand.
This is what you want to do.
Es lo que quiere hacer. Yes. Yes, sir.
Plead to the driving while intoxicated, sir.
Señor.
Culpable.
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. I will now suspend your license or your ability to drive if you don't have one for 90 days.
90
Do
días.
not drive, otherwise you will go right back to jail.
Regresa de nuevo a la cárcel.
Lo entiendo.
I understand that, sir. Buena suerte.
Thanks for the court costs too, so.
Thanks, Ron. Thank you.
Okay, done.
I'm just waiting.
We did it, guys. We did a whole docket of Judge Fleischer in one day. All right, there's no OJ today. I have an appointment I have to go to. So, thank you so much for coming out today. I so appreciate it. I will see you. Well, Peg Leg has live starting soon. I had the link in chat. I'm scrolling up to see if I can find it real quick. I can show it again. It's a Savsit, guys. Savsit. Wow, we talk a lot in chat. I'm still scrolling. Forget it. I'm looking. It's here. Oh, I ran out of chat. There we go. Hold on. Oh no, I don't have it. The chat where I can pull it stopped. Peg leg, if you just say one word, anything, if you say a comment real quick, I can oh, Fozzie, thank you. There. It's in 1 hour and 17 minutes. Thank you, Fozzie. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. You're not hidden. You be quiet. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Got these life echoes, digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted charm. In a way, there's no alarm. Freedom tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Her eyes near a sky so blue. In her jokes, there's a truth so true. With each stream, she brings the light. Turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor, dark and twisted charm. In a way, there's no alarm. Streaming tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Kathy's laugh